Hi, welcome to B2CRM News Highlights, part of PostFunnel Insider series, brought to you by Optimove. Today, I wanted to talk about how electing Joe Biden for President of the United States will impact marketeers, but then I opened the latest edition of the Marketing Brew, and their main item completely threw me off. It was about what Biden means for marketeers. So I gathered a bunch of articles about this topic, and I want to give you a short rundown of those. So we start with this marketing analysis from MarketWatch. What a Joe Biden administration will mean for the economy and markets. This one goes from COVID to stimulus to healthcare to trade, China, very high level stuff. So is this one from Yahoo. Here's what Joe Biden means for markets, business, and America, which they wrote from even before the election. And again, these two go more on the macro level. So for more of a real-time marketing standpoint, Media Post noted how a Wall Street Journal report stated that brands are mostly quiet these days around the results of the election, which is maybe strange, but for sure interesting. Digging further down the funnel, Marketing Dive is looking at how Joe Biden presidency could impact brand marketing, raising mostly the very interesting point that with a boring and more middle-of-the-road president, brands will have less opportunities to ride high waves of hot social issues. Megan McDowell on Vogue Business is talking about what Biden means for fashion and tech, and among other insights with regards to TikTok, she is also saying Biden is expected not to steer away too much from the firm stance Trump had when it came to dealing with China. On DigiDay, they zeroed in on what a Biden presidential win would mean for advertisers and online media owners, especially talking about what publishers will do now when Trump is no longer the biggest story. Well, it will be, but not for too long. And Adweek say that Trump years were marked with constant shocks, but don't expect complete calm for Adland. So what could we make from all of these? What would be a nice bottom line or an executive summary for all these articles? Let's go back to the Marketing Brew's email and the 2 points that they made. First, they said, it's been important for brands to be opinionated for a while now, but this election shows that it needs to be a priority. And we say, duh, this is maybe the most prominent trend that we here on PostFunnel have been calling for and highlighting, and we, of course, agree. The second point they made was a question raised here at the bottom. Will Biden's call for unity water down the political environment enough that brands can become neutral parties again? And my answer is one, no. While we may see again less neutral opportunities just come up for brands to express political opinions, staying neutral when they will come along, and they will come along, would not work well for most brands. And number two, let's not confuse neutral with calling for unity. For example, Biden himself is not a neutral person, yet he is making unity a big deal, and people are applauding it for good reason. And finally, because in such a time, people are still divided, and calling for unity is taking a stand, and a very important one, no matter how inflammatory the comments were in response to that Gap tweet that called for unity. So let's just make this one clear. Unity is not neutrality. Have a good one.